Hey, this is Coach Sherline. I just wanted to come before you. I'm going to start another series. I happen to be outside. It's so beautiful out here. So I thought I would go ahead and do a quick message for you as well. I have just talked about your personal development and professional excellence. I truly believe that, personal development is paramount if you're going to be the best version of yourself, the highest expression that I like to say of yourself. And so this is really important. So before I jump into the content, I want to just tell you something. I have been having so much fun. Okay, everybody knows that I retired on July 5th of last year, and things have been so amazing since then. So I've had 2 book launches with When the Moment Chooses You, From Silence to Strength, Finding Your Voice and Unleashing Your Impact, and that's my nursing journey. And it has been amazing. I've met so many wonderful people that are really on the journey to finding their voice as well. And so the other thing that I did a When the Moment Chooses You book signing and encounter where we did a few exercises. So I'm just really enjoying the season that I'm in. On the Whispers of Wellness, my well-being show, you're going to notice that I'm going to be introducing you to this new community that I'm building in Substack. And in that community, I want to connect more. I'm going to be coming live once a month. I'm going to be offering a yearly session called Awaken Align. Get a free book if you join the community. There are some free options where you would get newsletters and things like that. My podcast is going to move over there. So many wonderful things. So I just kind of wanted to update you about that. You know what? I am on a mission to being the highest expression of myself. And I'm also on a mission to make sure that I'm touching the lives that I've been called to touch at the same time. And so this particular series is a little bit different. I want to encourage you. And so I'm going to call this Dare to Move, because you know what? There are so many people that are stuck because they are afraid to move. I'm talking about stepping out and doing something that you have never done before. And so guess what I'm going to talk about first? The pain of staying stuck. Oh my goodness. I can talk about that for a long time because I literally felt like I was stuck. I'm a nurse and I was doing amazing and I was having fun at work. I was doing all the things, but there was a point in my career that I start feeling restless. I start feeling like, there's something quite not right. I'm a little frustrated. I'm a little agitated, but I gotta stay comfortable and be where I am because this is what I'm supposed to be doing right now. And so this series is for those that are standing at the edge, knowing that something must shift, yet they're paralyzed by fear, by uncertainty, by comfort, whether it's moving into a new unit, going for a new degree, stepping into leadership, starting a business, starting a ministry, or simply saying yes to yourself. This is your nudge to dare to move. And so number 1, the pain of staying stuck. Sometimes the weight of staying the same becomes heavier than the fear of change. And boy, do I know that feeling so well. For years, I served. I loved the role that I was in. I was changing lives. I was being able to be my loving self and empowering the staff, inspiring the staff, facilitated healing circles. I created content. I supported teams. I did all of the things and saw a lot of emotional transformation. That work gave me so much joy and it anchored me in my why. And so here we are, tiny little whispers that begin to start stirring in your soul. Quiet nudges that what I was doing around the edges needed to become my center. Have you ever been there before? You can be at your job and you're doing really great work and there's passionate things that you're doing. And then there's a part of it that you probably like, oh my goodness, I can kind of be without that. But it's kind of like working the edges. And that's kind of, now retrospectively, I feel like that's kind of what I was doing. I was kind of around the edges, those things that really brought me a lot of joy and excitement and passion. I was doing that just around the edges. In other words, my spirit, my soul wanted to do more of those things. And so those quiet nudges just turned into roars. I like to say when my whisper became a roar where I could no longer stay in the same position that I was in, that's when I finally started doing something about it. I knew that I was meant for something more, but I stayed because it's familiar and it's comfortable. And many of us stay because it's familiar and it's comfortable and it's what we're used to doing. And so we know that there's a tap on our shoulder saying, you know what, there's so much more that I want you to do, whether it's going back to school, whether it's elevating yourself in a different clinical role, or whether it's shifting to a totally different trajectory in your life. There's always these little whispers or taps on the shoulders that unfortunately we tend to ignore. Look at this quote that I found. The pain of staying stuck is the soul's way of telling you that there's more. See, that's a little clue. And so just because you're stuck, don't use it as a negative, use it as a clue. Hey, my whisper, my soul, God is trying to tell me something. There's something else that I'm supposed to be doing. And so I'll just share just this little framework that I came up with as I was navigating. And it's called the STEP, how to take the first step. And it's STEP. I like acronyms. And so number one, stillness. Listen to the whisper before they become a roar. And when I say that, there'll be little nudges. And I know some of you guys already know that. There is something in you that is so uncomfortable that it's hard for you to even sleep sometimes. And so that's your soul, your heart trying to tell you, look, there's something else that I want you to do. There's something more that's there for you. I don't want you to stay comfortable. I want you to do something a little different. So that was the S, stillness. Get to that place of stillness and listen to the whisper, because I ignored the whisper. I have to be honest. And yes, I think I retired when I was supposed to retire, but I could have retired earlier if I didn't trust so much in my comfort zone. If I didn't just want to, just coast. You know what I'm saying? Like, not that I wanted to coast. It's just that fear is no joke. And we talked about that in one of the sessions. And then I will talk about that in the next one too. So stillness. The T is for truth. Name what's not working without judgment. You know what? I had to get honest with myself. I had to get honest. I sat on a healing circle actually, and it was about self-compassion. I had to get honest with myself that I was being true to everybody else but me. And so here's the deal. That's a hard truth to swallow, but I didn't judge myself on it. I just said, okay, I see what the problem is. Now it's time for me to stay true to who I was destined to be. See, and that's where that beautiful quote came in. You don't die when your heart stops beating. You die when your heartbeats have no meaning. See, now at that particular point, I was like, okay, I am really intentionally on purpose and deliberately going to make sure all of my heartbeats have meaning. Thus, the action steps took place right after that. Okay, and so E, energy audit. Oh my goodness. What is draining you? What is snatching your energy from you? What is actually literally sucking the very life out of you? You have to pay attention to that. And then what's fueling you? What is it that's like got you on fire? What is it that you love doing? What ignites your soul and you can do it? I like to say you can do it if you don't get paid for it. You know, what are those things that you just absolutely love doing? And then the P is permission. Give yourself permission to want more. There is nothing wrong with you wanting more. Our heart desire is always wanting us to want more, to be more, to do more. So you have permission. So give yourself permission to want more and not to stay stuck. So now that I told you a little bit about the pain of staying stuck, will you finally move into where your heart is trying to take you? Well, I hope you will. Join my community so you can make sure that you stay plugged in to get inspiration on purpose that's going to make you move into your next season. So I want you to do this. I want you to reflect, where in your life are you being called to move? Only you can answer that question. You are the only one that can answer that question. You can't get it from anybody else, even Coach Sherline. Even if I coach you and I consult with you, I can't give you those answers that only your soul can tell you. But it's really good to be in a community that's talking about these things so that you can get a breakthrough moment or aha moment. I want you to put move in the comments if you're ready. Even if you are afraid, put move anyway and join my community so we can get this going together.